Have you ever seen the movie Planet of the Apes? In this movie, apes will vote and win control of the planet at the last. Many people may think the story is just a special effect to add to the film. However, recent studies show that we must revise the idea we had toward apes. Although people thought that emphasis on the mind as a symbol of the difference between human and apes, study shows that chimpanzees may be capable of the numbers of behaviors previously considered to the unique to human. Comprehension question 1. What kind of ability is included to the behavior which is unique to human?
The passage mentions that chimpanzees and humans' DNA are 98% same, and these are photos related to chimpanzees. Then, the question is, what percentage of DNA humans share with these animals and food?
For a long time, humans have often been defined as the only species which is able to make tools. However, in 1960, Jane Goodall went to the border between Tanzania and the Congo to study the behavior of chimpanzees living there.
While observing them, she made the discovery that chimpanzees have tool-making behaviors, such as altering tricks by stripping off their ribs to make them more useful for the purpose of fishing, using or modifying sticks or logs to open nuts, and clamping leaves to soak up drinking water that is hard to get to. And here is the comprehensive question. What did Jane Goodall discover through the observation of chimpanzees' behaviors in the wild on the border between Tanzania and the Congo? And one more comprehensive question. Give an example of chimpanzees' tool-making behaviors. The question of chimpanzee intelligence was submitted to more controlled investigation by Sally Boysen and the chimpanzee Shiva at the Chimpanzee Center at Ohio State University. She operated some experiments. And in experiments, the chimpanzee understood the simple counting procedures, the abstract concept of zero, and more advanced numerical concepts such as subtraction and fractions.
Another research tries to discover whether apes have the capacity to learn language. One was on the animal's ability to produce language, and the other is about comprehension of language. The research shows that young chimpanzees can learn to use symbols for communication simply by watching their mothers use these symbols. A remarkable difference in those research is that some are conducted in natural environment, while others are for apes in human environment like zoos. Then, here is a comprehension question. How do the chimpanzees learn to use symbols for communication?
We go to zoos and aquariums to enjoy seeing animals. However, some people criticize zoos and aquariums because the environment of these amusement is unnatural for animals. So, what do you think to keep animals in the cage of zoos and aquariums?
Among humans, behavioral diversity is considered to be one aspect of culture, so researchers thought this can be applied to primates and they also have their own culture. Then, primate researchers found clear evidence of diversity in primate use of tools. For instance, some chimpanzees use stones to crack open nuts or use sticks to fish for termites until others do not. Also, when they migrate from one group to another, there is some evidence that behavior may be transferred. However, diversity itself cannot be an enough claim to prove that chimpanzees have culture. To make evidence enough, researchers have to demonstrate that chimpanzees succeed their behaviors. Then, experiments of using tools have been conducted to compare chimpanzees' learning with human children's learning. Both groups learned how to use the tools, but there was a difference. Human children imitated what exactly the demonstrator did, while chimpanzees did not. This suggested, although chimpanzees' cultural traditions may exist, they are qualitatively different from and therefore not linked to human cultural tradition. This chapter concludes with this quote: "Only when we are clear about the similarities between chimpanzees and humans will be able to recognize the real differences." What does it imply?
There are many perspectives for monkey. Sometimes monkey is seen as a sacred animal, such as a member of zodiac signs in Chinese astrology. But the other hand, monkey is used as a discrimination. Last month, a soccer fan threw banana toward Brazilian player, and it was taken up as a discrimination. So, question is, which idea do you come up with first when you hear monkey as a sacred animal or animal used for discrimination?
Jane Goodall took objection to experiments on animals through her life. Related to it, Lush, British soap store, made a project that protested such experiments by making a play. The play showed experiments using people instead of animals. Question: do you agree with experiments on animals? In some areas, such as Britain and Korea, there is a fact that some people succeeded in making clones of their pet. For owners that lost their pets, strong pet enables them to be free from depression of losing them. Question: if you could make a perfect clone of your pet, would you like to make it?